The 7-day warning strike declared by leaderships of Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Universities, Ssanu, and Non-Academic Staff Union has commenced and effective at the University of Lagos, Unilag. When Galaxy News correspondent Levy Joseph visited the campus at Akoka, Yaba, Lagos, members of the two labor unions have suspended their services while the officials are on ground to enforce the directive. And now we have joining us live from Abuja, Comrade Mohammed Ibrahim, who is the National President, Senior Staff Association of Universities in Nigeria. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, so good to have you on the program, Comrade. All right, so quickly, your union, in conjunction with Nasu today, made real their threat with a nationwide warning strike. What is your assessment of the exercise?
Well, so far so good. And we have recorded about 95% compliance today. By tomorrow, it will be 100%. Recall that we had given an ultimatum of 7 days that if government does not accede to our demands of making the payments for the release of 4-month salaries for members of Nasu and Ssanu, today we were going to withdraw our services. And this is exactly what we have done, because we have discussed elaborately, have been given the mandate that this injustice must be resisted. We cannot just understand how those in government will flout the directive of Mr. President, who granted the waiver to release this money for workers in the universities.
That he has no knowledge of your strike. What's your reaction to this?
Can you come again?
All right, so the Minister of Education stated that he has no knowledge of your strike. What's your reaction to this?
Well, the Minister of Education is entitled to his opinion, and I wouldn't want to be joining issues with him in the media. But I don't think there's any Nigerian or even say that he is not aware of the notices we have given on this strike. I'm sure your media station has also given us stories on this matter over a week ago. We had our National Executive Council meeting in Akure between Thursday and we have communicated to the Minister of Education in writing, intimating him of the injustices meted on us. He did also promise that he was going to get things done, even though unofficially, because we have not received any official response from him in writing. We have also written the Chief of Staff to the President. Those letters were also duly acknowledged by their officers. The responses were not received. So for the minister to say he's not aware of our strike, we leave that to him. But what I know is that we have duly notified Nigerians beyond even government officials.
All right, so with this action, what are your objectives and what will make the union call off the warning strike?
We are a very civilized organization or union, if you want to call it so. Ssanu and Nasu are populated by professionals, administrators, accountants, engineers, medical doctors, nurses, and so on. We run the university system, and we are not akin to strikes all the time. When you hear Nasu and Ssanu hitting the streets or going on strike, somebody's knee would have been on our necks, and we need to breathe. So we had to push off that particular person, and that is what led to this strike. As I have said, the president of the country gave a waiver in October that 4 months be paid out of the withheld salaries in 2022 by the government of Muhammadu Buhari. And in February, our counterparts in academics majorly from ASU, were paid 4 months. Members of Nasu and Ssanu were left out, and we thought it was an error. That was why we accosted government through the official means of writing, and nothing is done. So for us, we remain resolute. We remained we are resolute to fight for the cause of our members. And the only thing that will make us suspend this strike is government pay this money. It will take nothing out of it because payments are now done electronically in Abuja, centralized. So it's just a touch of a button. Once it is released, monies are paid. For now, we have declared 7 days warning strike. By Sunday, it will elapse. And if nothing is done after Sunday, we will meet and review the situation, and the appropriate organs of our unions will determine the next line of action.
All right, thank you so much for joining in to give us clarity on the issue.